So I recently found a Mexican supermarket locally here in Vista in California that sells Manzanos, but these are the gigantic ones, and you can see for size here I've actually eaten the bigger ones. This is one of the sort of medium-sized ones. To give you an idea of just how big it is. This one weighs 135 grams. The largest one I had was 180. But you can see why they're called apples. Manzanos obviously means apple in Spanish, but it's an absolutely gigantic thing. And I have seeds from some of the bigger ones already. If anybody wants some, send me a PM. There you go. Beautiful Manzano. Smells very fresh. Some of these have been quite hot. It's hard to tell. They're extremely juicy and really quite delicious. So absolutely wonderful variety. Whatever variety this gigantic thing is. Don't fancy eating all of those black seeds, so I'll probably just take the seeds out. They're easy, they come out very easily, and I'll get back to eating it. Tell you what it's like eating a gigantic thing like this. This is my breakfast, by the way. Alright, I'm back again. You just saw the Hugeus Giganticus Manzano. Just so that you can actually see how big this thing is. Absolutely massive. There you go, right next to my face. So, not quite sure how I'm going to eat this, but it certainly isn't going to be in one. Maybe if I break it open and eat it in halves. Okay, there you go. Gigantic Manzano. Cheers. Extremely juicy. Very sweet. And quite hot. This one's quite warm. If the juice just goes straight down your throat, it makes you cough a lot because it's quite hot. They have a little bit of a yellow bell pepper flavour to them, but are much nicer than yellow bell peppers. That was some of the placenta. Oh, beautiful peppers, beautiful for fresh. Stuffing, good for salsas, good for anything that you can think of, really. They really are absolutely beautiful things. The juice just goes everywhere. They're so much more juicy than bell peppers. Sweet, crunchy, absolutely beautiful. A bit more placenta in this one. For most of, for the manzanos that I've eaten anyway, the flesh itself tends not to be very warm, but up in the placenta, around where the seeds are, they're actually really quite hot, habanero hot, just in that little bit now. So if you eat them, start from the bottom and eat up, you end up eating the hot bit last, and it's really quite hot. So juicy. Breakfast of champions. I'm really sweating a lot. This one's quite warm actually. There's such a large mass of it. See if you can see how much juice is dripping down. Is it stopped? There you go. That's how much juice is in them. Incredible. And all the juice goes straight down the back of your throat. Makes you cough because it's hot. And then the flavour it leaves in your mouth is sweet, slightly fruity, but the heat itself is really quite strong. My whole mouth is absolutely, I wouldn't say on fire as much, but it's burning like heck. Beautiful. Absolutely love those things. And now it's really starting to heat up my mouth, my lips. Yeah, I'd say that one was, I mean, the giganticness of it, but I think it's actually a little bit hotter than a habanero. My tongue's really starting to burn a lot. My lips are burning all around my tongue, under my tongue, burning quite a lot. Yeah, it's really coming on. It's actually appreciably hotter now than a habanero. It's quite a stingy heat in a way, this one anyway. It's more like the heat you get from an annuum than it is a habanero. But it's not as stingy and spiky as an annuum. I think just the mass of it, and there's such a lot of placenta in a big pepper like that. If you take the seeds and the placenta out completely, these things are almost non-hot. I say almost, you know, probably less than jalapeno hot. But if you leave in all the placenta, it packs quite a wallop. Yeah, my whole mouth is actually burning quite vigorously at the moment, and it doesn't seem to be peaking yet. Much hotter than that Chero Roxa that I just ate. But of course that thing only weighed about half a gram. But a very different kind of heat. Nice heat though. My lips are absolutely on fire. And the burn on my tongue is subsiding a bit. It's all around my cheeks and my gums, and Very, very respectable heat. Yeah, something that big with that amount of heat, that's a big win in my book. So I have manzanos outside. I've got some seeds for ricotta, some red ones. They're just as easy to grow. They're a little bit fiddly to germinate, but they're just as easy to grow as anything, but they do not like heat. My plant put about 120 flowers on this summer. Didn't set a single pepper because the heat got too much for it, and it just sat there and stopped growing and set nothing. And it's just started to grow again now, just as the temperatures have dropped back down in the 70s. And it's the same with a lot of my other plants, but that one in particular. I actually started the seeds last November outside on a pot on the driveway, and they did fine. So, gigantic Manzano. Highly recommended if you can find those. Highly recommended. And if you want seeds, I have them. If you want seeds, Smokemaster on the hotpepper.com forum has them for free by the bucket load almost. He has all the same kinds. He has more varieties than I do. So hit him up for seeds, and see if you can find some and grow them. They really are well worth it, and they're very versatile. So this is Nigel Carter saying thanks a lot for watching me down 6.5 pounds of pepper. I feel like man versus food, something crazy like that. So I'll see you soon. Bye.